Hi friends, welcome back once again to my channel. It's been another couple weeks and I apologize. I'm so sorry. I know I always say I'm going to be better and then I'm not better, but I promise you once school starts and these kids are in school all day, I will be better. It's just so hard right now. So I'm going to give you guys an update on where we are now because things are a little bit different from when you last saw me a couple weeks ago. I'll let you know what we've been kind of doing in our home and with our kids, why I haven't had a chance to really film a video, and yeah, what I'm kind of expecting for the next couple weeks. So if you're interested in any of that, stick around. Yeah, but first, if you're new here, my name is Anna Leonora, together with my husband, Jason. We are foster parents in real life, and here on my channel From the Fosters, we do foster parenting life together and we raise awareness for the foster care system. So if any of that interests you, then please consider subscribing to my channel down below. Click your post notification bell so that you won't miss when I post any new videos like this. And so you can join my growing cyber family here on YouTube. So where have we been? What have we been up to? So last time you saw us, I think we were headed to Charleston, or maybe it was right after we came back from Charleston. Honestly, I don't even remember. I did private my last video. I have a reason for that. We now have a tween girl, a 12-year-old girl in our home, joining our family for now. And she is very up on social media, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. And there was some information in the last video that I'm not sure I'm ready for her to know about or hear. So I just went ahead and privated it just to make everything better. And now I do have to be a little bit more careful about what I talk about and what I share. Because, you know, with the littles, they're not on YouTube, but now we have an older child in the home, so it's an adjustment for us. But yeah, when you last saw us, we went to Charleston. When we got back from Charleston, we had our tween girl move in. She is here. She has now been here for a week today. Today's Friday? Yes, she moved in last Friday. So she has been here for 1 week today, actually. And yeah, she's settling in. We didn't want to throw a bunch of house rules at her right away. You know, it's just kind of a lot for these kids when they move around, and different homes have different rules and this, that, and the other. So we just wanted her to kind of settle in before we start throwing house rules at her. But I have created a little house rules like booklet that we're going to go over with her and get her input on. You know, of course, we're going to allow her to have a say in the rules of the home, but things that we find are going to help keep everybody in the house safe, happy, and healthy. So we're going to go over that with her at some point in the very near future. But in the meantime, what was my office has now become her bedroom. So we had to move all of my office stuff out. Eventually it will go to the upstairs. We do have one room upstairs that is a big room with a full walk-in closet, full bath. But we don't want our kids to have to be up there because everybody else is down here. So we will make that my office, but we had to get Wi-Fi figured out. And then furthermore, and by Wi-Fi figured out, I mean, we had Wi-Fi, it just didn't work very well up there. We have now figured that piece out, but I don't want to move upstairs until school starts because she is aged out of daycare. So she is staying home with me all day, every day while I work from home until school starts. And I don't want to be holed away upstairs while she's just downstairs in this new house by herself. So we moved my stuff into the master bedroom, at least the stuff I need on a day-to-day basis for my job. My desk is right behind the camera with my laptop, keyboard, you know, all of that. And then I have a little cabinet right here, and I've got my cabinet right there that have things that I absolutely must have for work. And everything else that was not really necessary, we went ahead and moved upstairs because obviously in the master, we already have a bedroom, dressers, and everything else that goes in a bedroom. So it's very tight in the master right now, but we will be moving all of my work items upstairs once the kids start school. That being said, we have registered both children. We've got one in middle, will be in middle school, and we have one starting kindergarten. We are still in the kindergarten assessment processes with Casper. I am going to give our 12-year-old girl a social media name. I did not ask her input on this, but I just figured one out in my head that I think is perfect for her. And I'm thinking of the Addams Family. I thought about Morticia, but Morticia's the mom. So then I was like, oh, well, Wednesday's the daughter. We're going to go with Wednesday. So we're going to call her Wednesday on social media. So as of right now, we have Casper, who we've had almost 2 years. We have Salem, who we've had almost 1 year. And we have Wednesday, who we got a week ago. And they are ages, Casper will be 6 in October. Salem will be 4 in October. And Wednesday just turned 12. So we have a very full house. It's not the first time we've had 3 kids, but it is the first time we've had 3 kids that are planning to be here long term. We did have 3 kids when we did respite last summer, but that only lasted 10 days. So this is the first time we have 3 kids where it's going to be hopefully long term for everyone. We don't want our kids to have to keep moving around. So yeah, it's a whole new world. We are very fortunate. We have neighbors. We have quite a few girls and boys on our street that are in her kind of age group. So she has made some fast friends with some of our neighbors' kids, which is just incredible. We're also going to get together with a couple other kids in the neighborhood and do like a pool party, kids that are going to be at her school, because this will be a new school for her. So we want her to have some familiar faces, get to know some people. So yeah, we're getting her settled, getting her situated. We are going to do back to school shopping at some point. I really need to sit with her, figure out the school's dress code and sit with her and inventory what clothing she has that fits and doesn't have holes, you know, things like that. We need to make sure she's got good staple pieces and what she needs. And then we'll go make a Target run and get all of the school supplies and clothes so that she has a good outfit selection. So we will be doing that in the coming weeks. And by coming weeks, I mean, we're not doing that this weekend. We're doing it next weekend and then school starts. But the reason we're not doing it this weekend is because open house is next weekend, and I wanted to wait until after open house to make sure I have the most recent up-to-date dress code and supply list before we go shopping, because I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff she's not going to be able to wear or not be able to use for school. So yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, yeah, we had our trip to Charleston. We had to rearrange our entire home. We got a new social worker. Our children all have the same social worker, or they had the same social worker. All 3 of them, including Wednesday, had the same social worker. She left to pursue another opportunity, which we are sad about, but we absolutely love her and support her and are excited for her on her journey past the fostering world and into other things. And our new social worker we have worked with in the past, and she's wonderful and awesome. And she did take all 3 of our cases. So we still have 1 social worker, thank goodness, but she did have to come over to see the house, make sure the kids were good, do a monthly visit. And we also met our 12-year-old girl's guardian ad litem. She came over a couple times. She's also super cool, by the way. So we're working with really good people again, but we did have to get through that transition period. We were supposed to have court for one of our cases this past week, Several people on the team between attorneys and DSS and all of this had certain family emergencies and things that came up. It did have to be postponed. We do not know when our next court date is. So we're just in limbo for that one. And for our other one, we are waiting for our fingerprints and background check to come back before we can move forward with the rest of the adoption paperwork. But the goal and the hope is that that adoption will be final before the end of the year. So at least one will be final and one will be done. And then we will just have the 2 kids that will still be in care. And while we'll still have to do monthly home visits, guardian ad litem, like all the things, at least one kid is done, case closed. So we're hoping that that will be done by the end of the year. However, given COVID, our courts are super, super backed up, especially with the adoptions, just because they're not urgent. You know what I mean? It would be nice for them to be urgent, but they're not the urgent things. So they get kind of pushed to the wayside, and it will get done when it gets done, but we are hopeful it will be done before the end of the year. And then, yeah, I don't know when our next court date is for Wednesday. I have to look through her paperwork. But that will be just a regular, normal, every couple month check-in kind of thing, as far as I'm aware. And we don't know when our new court date will be for the case we were supposed to have this past week. You know, I guess that kind of depends on when everybody's family members are well enough that they can return to court and what days the court has available. So we're just waiting to hear on that. But we are hoping that it will be weeks and not months. We'll see. You know, with school starting, that kind of complicates everything and makes things a little bit harder, just with schedules and stuff, because now we're dropping kids off 3 different places in the morning instead of just daycare. You know, we've got elementary school, middle school, and daycare, so it just is complicated. But yeah, we understand people's family members' health comes first, and we're bummed about it, but it is what it is, and we are wishing health and happiness and healing to the people that need it. Things that are coming up. Upcoming, we've got 2 kids that'll be starting school. One, like I said, 7th grade, one kindergarten. Our other is going to be in daycare for another 2 years just because of where his birthday falls. So he'll be in daycare for 1 more year and then pre-K for a year, which is, you know, we're hoping to get him into a formal pre-K program, but we'll see when that time comes. I also started a new job 2 weeks ago. Right when we got back from Charleston, I started a new job. It is with my same company. I got a promotion within my company, to a different department. So I'm having to learn. I'm still working in a similar field with like adverse events and product complaints in the pharmaceutical world. It's just a different part of that process. I was previously in intake, you know, intaking the initial reports. Now I'm actually on like a clinical trial side, and I'm not doing initial intake necessarily. We're taking the reports from the clinical trial sites and coding them, processing them, reporting them to the regulatory bodies like the FDA. So it's kind of just the next step in the system, or in the process, but it is considered a different department at my company, and it was a promotion. So I'm really excited about that, but I have been training for that, which has consumed a lot of my brain energy, while also having a preteen girl here who is bored out of her mind, which I completely understand. Fortunately, she has befriended some of the kids in the neighborhood. They're actually out doing a lemonade stand right now, which I think is super cute. One of our neighbors gave her a whole cup of coins and said, just keep it. So we're going to have to go through and count it and, you know, split the money between her and her friend, who is our neighbor and friend's child. So yeah, they're doing that, which is good. She's, you know, meeting some people and now having some stuff to do during the day, because those first couple days were real rough, where she was just sitting here with nothing to do all day, and I'm busy in a new job. So it is what it is. But otherwise, we are just taking along. Like I said, school will start the week of August 23rd. And once she is in school and I'm not having to feed her and entertain her all day while also work my full-time job, it should be easier for me to get more videos out. I do have a couple videos planned that are back to some of my educational videos and not just these random update videos. I do have a couple education type videos that I have been wanting to make and put out there. And hopefully now that I've got a tween girl, we can start doing some stuff like emergency supply kits for tween girls to go to school with them, like a little Ziploc bag that'll have emergency supplies in it. Back to school shopping vlog maybe. Of course, I won't be able to put her face in it, but you know, maybe we can have a little bit of stuff like that, like shopping vlogs now and things of that nature. So we are really super excited for that. So there's some exciting things coming. I apologize again that I have not been up with my stuff, and I will be totally honest with you that there is a really good chance that I won't be posting a video next week. Maybe not. If not, then the following week for sure, because that's when the kids will be in school and I should be able to take the time on my lunch breaks to film and edit and upload and all of that. Otherwise, I hope you all are doing well. I love you all. Thank you for sticking with me, even though I'm such a finicky uploader these days. I promise it will get better when the kids are in school and when things are a little bit more settled around the house. You know, we completely rearranged the house to set that other room up as my office once we decided we were done taking children in, and then we changed our minds and had to rearrange the house all over again, and it's just been like a tornado's gone through our home, and we've got crap everywhere and are still trying to figure out where things need to go, what we can get rid of. On top of that, my husband and I are both working full-time and I'm training for a new job. And it's just a lot of moving parts and pieces. Plus, we've got multiple kids that have, you know, needs like different therapies, school preparation, medications, medication management appointments, doctor's appointments, specialty doctor's appointments. I mean, it's a lot. And I really do want to be better about posting. And I'm hoping that once the kids are in school, things will start to settle down and I can get back to posting weekly on my foster care Fridays, because I really do enjoy making these videos. I wouldn't continue to do it if I didn't enjoy it, because it does take my time and it takes me away from other things. So I enjoy it. I enjoy you all. I appreciate you for sticking with me through this summer where it's just been really finicky with my uploading. I'm so sorry. I promise when school starts, I will be better. I do have some stuff planned. I just hope that you all understand that, man, I'm only one person. I mean, my husband helps the best that he can, but he is not able to work from home. He has to go to an office to work 5 days a week. And, you know, then we've got our normal stuff on the weekends, like laundry, grocery shopping, etc., getting the kids out of the house to the pool and like other activities. So it's really hard, and I end up having to do a lot of the logistical appointment scheduling and therapies and just a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, it's been a lot. It is what it is. We will be better when school starts and the kids are gone all day again, you know, at their respective daycares and schools and whatever. But I appreciate you all sticking with me. In the meantime, give me just a couple more weeks. I promise I'll be better. But I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're enjoying the last few weeks of summer before school starts. I'm ready for fall. I actually have my massive pumpkin candle. Look, it's like the size of my head. My massive pumpkin candle already running. I have my maple bourbon and pumpkin latte coffees in my Halloween mugs. I have my pumpkin spice colored hair And yeah, I'm really ready for fall. Halloween's going to be a lot of fun this year because I have multiple children and an older child who will be able to help decorate, and we're really excited for fall and Halloween. You guys know I'm obsessed with fall and Halloween. But anyway, I'll stop rambling now. I love you all. I hope you all are doing well, and just continue to go out and shine your light into the world. Each and every one of you has a purpose and a radiant light and a reason to be here, and have the ability to send out positive energy and make other people around you feel loved and welcomed and happy. And no matter what path that takes, whether it's with fostering or not, you all have the ability to make a difference in the world. And I hope that you are doing so, because every little single thing that you do can make an impact. And even if you don't see it, it's happening. So I love you all. Shine your light into the world. I'll see you next time, whether that's next week or the following week. I can't promise, but definitely by the following week because the kids will be back in school. I love you as always. Leave comments down below, questions, concerns. Oh, one last thing. Oh my gosh. I have started to find that a lot of foster parent support groups are less supportive and more foster parent bashing, and the admins aren't doing anything about it. So I did create my own foster parent support group on Facebook. I will link it down below so you can join that. It will be a place for support, advice, questions, and if you want constructive criticism, certainly you can ask for that, but I will not be tolerating any sort of bullying, bashing, or anything like that. Foster parents have it hard enough as it is. We need a safe place to vent and express our concerns without being bashed by other foster parents or other members of the fostering team. So that won't be allowed in my group. My group is very small. I just started it yesterday. So if you see that it only has like 6 members in it, I promise it's legit. It's me. You will have to answer a couple questions to get in, but I will link it down below. So feel free to go join that. Feel free to send it to anybody that you know that fosters. I want to build that one up and make it as big as these other fostering support pages are, but without allowing any of that kind of negativity, because that's just not cool. We are all adults. We can have constructive conversations without bashing and bullying each other. It's just not necessary. And we are all more mature than that. So Facebook group will be linked down below. My TikTok, as always, will be linked down below, along with my Instagram. I have not posted on those in a very long time either, because social media is not my #1 priority in my life. However, I do enjoy connecting with you all, so they will be there. You're welcome to follow me on those platforms as well, and I will post on them when I'm able. I think that's it this time. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Shine your light into the world. Bye.